Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. Inaugural session of the National Assembly and Provincial Assemblies of Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan will be held tomorrow. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has vowed to promote trade with the regional countries for bringing development and prosperity in the country. Preparations for Independence Day are getting further momentum as only 2 days are left to celebrate the day in a befitting manner on Tuesday. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and across the world will observe India's Independence Day on Wednesday as Black Day. In Egypt, 12 suspected militants have been killed by the security forces in North Sinai province. Jashn-e-Azadi national cycling race will be held in Peshawar tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Inaugural session of the 15th National Assembly will be held at the Parliament House in Islamabad at 10 a.m. tomorrow. The newly elected members of the National Assembly will have to acquire assembly cards issued by its secretariat to attend the session and participate in the oath-taking ceremony. The assembly card is also essential for casting vote in the election of Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and the Prime Minister. A facilitation center has been established at the National Assembly Committee Room Number 2 for the issuance and collection of assembly cards for the newly elected parliamentarians. The facilitation center will remain open till 9 p.m. today. First sessions of Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan assemblies have also been summoned tomorrow. Meanwhile, Punjab governor has summoned first session of the Provincial Assembly on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Elections for Speaker and Deputy Speaker of National Assembly will be held on Wednesday. According to schedule issued by National Assembly Secretariat today, the nomination papers for Speaker and Deputy Speaker could be submitted in the Office of Secretary National Assembly by Tuesday. Today is the last date for newly elected members of the National and Provincial Assemblies to retain one seat of their choice and relinquish others if they have won more than one seat. According to the Election Commission, such members will have to quit additional seats before oath-taking. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is inviting parliamentary leaders of other political parties in the Prime Minister's oath-taking ceremony. In this connection, a PTI delegation comprising Asad Kaisar, Pervez Khattak, Umar Ayub and Fawad Chaudhry held a meeting with Speaker National Assembly Sardar Ayaz Sadiq in Islamabad today. They invited PML and parliamentary leader to the oath-taking ceremony of the Prime Minister. Later, talking to media along with the outgoing National Assembly Speaker, Party spokesperson Fawad Chaudhry said PTI gives importance to establishing working relations with parliamentary parties. Fawad Chaudhry said the delegation is holding a meeting with PPP leader Khurshid Shah to invite him to the oath-taking ceremony this evening. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf leader Jahangir Khan Tareen has said that PTI and PMLQ will work together for the progress and prosperity of Punjab. Addressing a news conference in Lahore today, he said that PTI will introduce the best governance system in the province. He said that power will be devolved at grassroots level through local government system. Pakistan Muslim League Q leader Chaudhry Pervez Elahi said that his party held consultation with PTI for the nomination of Chief Minister, Speaker and Deputy Speaker for Punjab. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf senior leader Naeemul Haq has said PTI chief Imran Khan wants good relations with all countries of the region, including India, Afghanistan and Iran. Talking to a private news channel, he said China and Saudi Arabia are good old friends of Pakistan and PTI would further strengthen its cordial relations with these countries. Naeemul Haq said that Imran Khan wants to promote trade with the regional countries for bringing development and prosperity. He said Pakistan would make economic development in the country through its relations with regional countries. PTI leader said China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is a mega project which would open new avenues of development and prosperity in the western parts of the country. Former Speaker National Assembly Dr. Fahmida Mirza has assured her support to PTI's nominated candidate for Speaker National Assembly. In a telephonic conversation with Asad Kassar today, she reassured her support for Asad Kassar elections of National Assembly Speaker. Central Ruwat-e-Hilal Committee will meet in Karachi this evening to cite the Zilhaj moon. Chairman of the committee, Mufti Munibur Rahman, will preside over the meeting. Zonal Ruwat-e-Hilal committees will also hold separate meetings to collect evidence of sighting of the moon. This is Radio Pakistan. The entire nation is doused in hues of joy, emotions, and resolve as it stands 2 days away from celebrating 71st Independence Day. Preparations in connection with Independence Day are at its bloom in every nook and corner of the country. A full dress rehearsal was held in Islamabad today regarding the central flag hoisting ceremony. On 14th August, the day will dawn with 31 gun salutes in the federal capital and 21 gun salutes in provincial capitals. President Mamnoon Hussain will be the chief guest at the flag hoisting ceremony to be held at the Convention Center, Islamabad. Pakistan released 26 Indian fishermen from Karachi prison as a goodwill gesture today. These fishermen will be handed over to Indian authorities at Wagah border, Lahore, tomorrow. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and across the world will observe the India's Independence Day on Wednesday as Black Day to convey the message to the international community that New Delhi has asserted their inalienable right to self-determination by the dint of force. The day will be marked by a complete strike in occupied Kashmir, call for which has been given by the Joint Resistance Leadership comprising Sayyid Ali Gilani, Mirwais Umar Farooq and Muhammad Yasin Malik. In a joint statement in Srinagar, the leadership said that an atmosphere of fear had been created in the occupied territory through frisking and harassment of people at the checkpoints established by the Indian forces in the run-up to Wednesday. The United States has urged Britain to ditch its support for a 2015 nuclear deal with Iran and instead join forces with Washington to counter the global threat it says Tehran poses. U.S. Ambassador to Britain Woody Johnson, in his article published in the Sunday Telegraph newspaper, asked Britain to use its considerable diplomatic power and influence and join the United States as it lead a concerted global effort toward a genuinely comprehensive agreement. In Egypt, security forces have killed 12 suspected militants in raids on their hideouts in North Sinai province. According to Egyptian state news agency, raids have conducted in a campaign to uproot armed militants behind a latest wave of violence in the area. In Jordan, security forces have been pulled the bodies of 3 suspected militants from the wreckage of a building in Fuhas town of Salt City following a shootout in which at least 4 security personnel were killed. According to a government spokesman, 5 suspects have also been arrested in the operation. Jashn-e-Azadi National Cycling Race will be held in Peshawar tomorrow. More than 100 cyclists from Rawalpindi, POFWA, Islamabad, Sawat, Mardan, Peshawar, Dera Ismail Khan, Nowshera and Charsadda are participating in the event. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and humid weather is likely to prevail in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain, thundershower with gusty winds is expected at scattered places in Rawalpindi, Gujranwala divisions, Islamabad and Kashmir, while at isolated places in Lahore, Sargodha, Malakand, Hazara, Peshawar, Mardan and Kuhat divisions. To end the news, here once again are the main points. Inaugural session of the National Assembly and Provincial Assemblies of Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan will be held tomorrow. Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has vowed to promote trade with the regional countries for bringing development and prosperity in the country. Preparations for Independence Day are getting further momentum as only 2 days are left to celebrate the day in a befitting manner on Tuesday. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and across the world will observe India's Independence Day on Wednesday as Black Day. In Egypt, 12 suspected militants have been killed by the security forces in North Sinai province. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.